Debarim, Deuteronomy chapter 4. And now, O Yisrael, listen to the laws and the right rulings which I am teaching you to do, so that you live and shall go in and possess the land which Yah Elohim of your fathers is giving you. Do not add to the word which I command you, and do not take away from it, so as to guard the commands of Yah your Elohim which I am commanding you. Your eyes have seen what Yah did at Baal Peor, for Yah your Elohim has destroyed from your midst all the men who followed Baal Peor. But you who are clinging to Yah your Elohim are alive today, every one of you. See, I have taught you laws and right rulings as Yah my Elohim commanded me to do thus in the land which you go to possess. And you shall guard and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding before the eyes of the peoples who hear all these laws. And they shall say, only a wise and understanding people is this great nation. For what great nation is there which has Elohim so near to it, as Yah our Elohim is to us whenever we call on him? And what great nation is there that has such laws and righteous right rulings like all this Torah which I set before you this day? Only guard yourself and guard your life diligently, lest you forget the words your eyes have seen, and lest they turn aside from your heart all the days of your life. And you shall make them known to your children and your grandchildren. The day when you stood before Yah your Elohim in Horeb, Yah said to me, assemble the people to me, and I make them hear my words, so that they learn to fear me all the days they live on the earth, and teach them to their children. And you came near and stood at the foot of the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire to the heart of the heavens, darkness, cloud, and thick darkness. And Yah spoke to you out of the midst of the fire. You heard a voice of words, but saw no form. You only heard a voice. And he made known to you his covenant, which he commanded to do, the 10 words, and he wrote them on 2 tablets of stone. And Yah commanded me at that time to teach you laws and right rulings, for you to do them in the land which you passed over to possess. Therefore diligently guard yourselves, for you saw no form when Yah spoke to you at Horeb out of the midst of the fire, lest you should do corruptly, and shall make for yourselves a carved image in the form of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, or the likeness of any winged bird that flies in the heavens, the likenesses of any creature that creeps on the ground, or the likeness of any fish that is in the water under the earth, unless you lift up your eyes to the heavens, and shall see the sun, and the moon, and the stars, all the hosts of the heavens, and you be drawn away into bowing down to them, and serving them, which Yah your Elohim has allotted to all the peoples under all the heavens. But Yah has taken you and brought you out of the iron furnace, out of Mitzrayim, to be his people, an inheritance as it is today. And Yah was enraged with me because of your words, and swore that I would not pass over the Jordan, and that I would not enter the good land which Yah your Elohim is giving you as an inheritance. For I am to die in this land. I am not passing over the Jordan, but you are passing over, and shall possess that good land. Guard yourselves, lest you forget the covenant of Yah your Elohim which he made with you, and shall make for yourselves a carved image in any form as Yah your Elohim has commanded you. For Yah your Elohim is a consuming fire, a jealous El. When you bring forth children and grandchildren, and shall grow old in the land, and shall do corruptly, and make a carved image in the form of whatever, and shall do what is evil in the eyes of Yah your Elohim to provoke him, I shall call the heavens and the earth to witness against you on that day. But you soon completely perish from the land which you pass over the Jordan to possess. You do not prolong your days in it, but are completely destroyed. And Yah shall scatter you among the peoples, and you shall be left few in number among the nations where Yah drives you out. Where Yah drives you. And there you shall serve mighty ones, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear, nor eat nor smell. But from there you shall seek Yah your Elohim, and shall find when you search for him with all your heart and with all your being. In your distress, when all these words shall come upon you in the latter days, then you shall return to Yah your Elohim and obey his voice. For Yah your Elohim is a compassionate El. He does not forsake you nor destroy you, nor forget the covenant of your fathers which he swore to them. For ask now of the days that are past, which are before you, since the day that Elohim created man on the earth, and ask from one end of the heavens to the other end of the heavens, whether there has been a word as great as this, or has been heard like it. Has a people heard the voice of Elohim speaking out of the midst of the fire, as you have heard, and live? Or has Elohim tried to go and take for himself a nation from the midst of a nation by trials, and by signs, and by wonders, and by battle, and by a strong hand, and an outstretched arm, and by great fearsome deeds, according to all that Yah your Elohim did for you in Mitzrayim before your eyes? You have been shown it, to know that Yah himself is Elohim. There is no one beside him. From the heavens he let you hear his voice to instruct you, and on earth he showed you his great fire, and you heard his words out of the midst of the fire. And because he loved your fathers, therefore he chose their seed after them, and brought you out of Mitzrayim with his presence, with his great power, to drive out from before you nations greater and stronger than you, to bring you in, to give you their land as an inheritance, as it is today. And you shall know today, and shall recall to your heart, that Yah himself is Elohim, in the heavens above and on the earth beneath. There is none else. And you shall guard his laws and his commands, which I command you today, so that it is well with you, and with your children after you, and so that you prolong your days on the soil which Yah your Elohim is giving you for all time. Then Moshe separated 3 cities beyond the Jordan toward the rising of the sun, for a manslayer to flee there, he who unknowingly murdered his neighbor without having hated him in time past, and might flee to one of these cities and live. Betzer in the wilderness, in the level land for the Reubenites, and Ramoth in Gilead for the Gadites, and Golan in Bashan for the Menashites. And this is the Torah which Moshe set before the children of Israel. These are the witnesses and the laws and the right rulings which Moshe spoke to the children of Israel after they came out of Mitzrayim, beyond the Jordan in the valley opposite Beth Peor, in the land of Sihon, sovereign of the Amorites who dwelt at Heshbon, whom Moshe and the children of Israel had stricken after they came out of Mitzrayim. And they took possession of his land, and the land of Og, sovereign of Bashan, 2 sovereigns of the Amorites, who were beyond the Jordan, toward the rising of the sun from Aroer, which is on the bank of the Wadi Arnon, even to Mount Sion, which is Hermon, and all the desert plain beyond the Jordan, as far as the sea of the Arba, below the slopes of Pisgah.